Look, unless you're really lucky, you're probably going to need to get a mortgage, and you've got different choices. Your likelihood is when you buy your first house, you're going to need a mortgage. And when you go and get a mortgage, you have a number of choices. You can take a fixed rate mortgage or you can take a floating mortgage. But what's the difference, and what difference does it make to you? Now, a floating rate mortgage is, unsurprisingly, exactly what it says it is. The interest rate can float, it can move up or it can move down. And the great thing about floating mortgages is that you can make payments whenever you want, so they're very flexible. A fixed rate mortgage, though, is a little bit different. With a fixed rate mortgage, you have a fixed interest rate that can have a term attached to it, so it's either 6 months or it can be out to as long as 5 years. And the great thing about a fixed rate mortgage is you know exactly what your repayments are going to be, so you know where your budget is, there are no surprises there, but they're not quite as flexible as a floating rate mortgage because you can't make payments. If you do, the bank might charge you a fee. So they're not quite as flexible as a floating rate mortgage. But which one should you choose? Well, look, it really depends on your personal circumstances. But when I'm asked for advice, what I often tell people is don't be afraid to split your mortgage up a little bit. Take a little bit on a floating rate mortgage because you never know. You might get a bonus, you might get a wee little inheritance, you might win lotto. And if that happens, you can pay off your floating rate mortgage, but put some on a fixed rate as well. That way you know what your repayments are going to be. So take a couple. Take a 1 year, take a 3 year, take a 2 year, take a 5 year, split it up, and that way you're not going to get everything rolling over at the same time. And also, look, if you can, make your mortgage repayments fortnightly because it saves you a heck of a lot in interest over the course of the mortgage. But above all, enjoy your new house.